Okay, here's a quick video. So I've got my custom movement component here that I've begun to make. This is my custom made really bad helicopter, but it gets the point across for using static meshes and not doing physics-based movement, just trying to save network performance as far as I can tell. All of the new Chaos modular system takes this approach, except they use the geometry mesh. I'd have to double check what the heck it's called. Geometry component, I think. So, anywho, within my mover, if we ignore passenger seats, um, I've got some helicopter correction values, and so we can go ahead and set these. Right now I'm doing about 10 units for position correction and 5 degrees for rotation correction. And then just a bunch of like smoothing and dampening. This is more related to movement. And so far none of that has actually uh, been an issue. Uh, what is an issue is I am essentially overriding, and so I'm going to go ahead and close the log because my input is all good. Um, so if I go ahead and move this guy probably around here, make sure. And here's the big issues. I haven't even dug into how to simulate like latency. So the fact that I'm having issues now, as soon as I induce lag, is going to be even worse in theory and in practice. Okay, so let's move the. Come on, get that. If we go F11, so server on the right, client on the left. Um, there's no collision right now, so I can just correct myself through there. But we can see like the movement is pretty smooth. My yaw is still broken. It's overcorrecting on my yaw, which is okay for now. I'll fix that. It's still a bit jittery for the client, but I think that's within acceptable thresholds at the moment. And let me just settle it down here. It should. Go into the client. So obviously the server sees the client really smooth. We have no issues there. But this is that kind of like jitter, and you know, at 10 units, I would assume that that's more than enough to not cause the jitter. The only thing I can think of is that, and I've tried debugging this, is the client is so out of sync and aggressively correcting, even though I'm interpolating this value, it is not. We can already see that, you know, it's not. It's not actually that smooth, other than on the server. You know, it seems fine. So this is kind of where I'm stuck at. But otherwise, the replication is nice. I would assume, from my understanding, it seems pretty well done. However, if I go in here, F11, I just want to even show stats. Field of view is fine. So I'll go ahead and play again. We will see. Frame rate wise, I think it's got to be the data, even though everything that's getting sent over, I'm just using a struct to send the values. 60 FPS is not great at the moment. So I'm not gonna walk through all of the code. I'll post my GitHub. There's a lot of like dead code as I iterate through this, but if anybody has a really good mind for this stuff and thinks they're potentially provide any sort of help or anything, I have a lot of debugs. I'm not trying to hide any code, just everything I'm making right now is just public. Anybody can use it and iterate through. So yeah, I appreciate any feedback or any lessons learned that anybody else has come across this or tried to do this same thing and may have some advice. That would be awesome. Thank you.